my dear students. I am Birajini Samantaray. In my last video, I had taken this topic, rights. So, I had given some definitions of rights. But it should be known that without the famous French philosophers, we cannot conclude the definitions of rights. Especially the famous philosophers Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Voltaire and Montesquieu. Those who were the pioneer of individual liberty, equality, fraternity and freedom, and the separation of powers. They had brought the change in the French society, and the revolution of France was succeeded, and the French Revolution was the inspiration of whole world. So, without Rousseau, Voltaire and Montesquieu, these important philosophers, we cannot conclude the particular definition or definitions of the human rights. Let us see Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Political philosophers of France. About right. About rights. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, J.J. Rousseau advocated the philosophy of personality theory of right. Theory of rights. So, according to him, the man is free in this society. The man is free in this society or state because he does not surrender his rights to an outsider, but he surrenders in which he is a member. So, we came to know that Rousseau's declaration of right is based on personality theory of rights. So, according to him, liberty is civil. Liberty is civil, but not natural. At the same time, so liberty, equality, and freedom liberty and equality are interrelated or correlated. So, freedom is organic so we will see that law of life. So Jean-Jacques Rousseau advocated personality theory of rights. According to Jean-Jacques Rousseau, that the rights are not surrendered by the people or man in the state to one outsider body, but human being surrenders his rights to a corporate body where he himself is a part and a parcel of it. The same time, according to Rousseau, liberty is one civil one, but not by nature. The same time, it is liberty, rights and equality, they are interdependent. And according to Rousseau, freedom is the organic life of a human being. Organic life, basic life. Freedom is the organic law of life, means basic law of life of a being. We will come to that Voltaire and next philosopher, French philosopher Voltaire. He advocated natural law of rights. So, according to him, it is the right of a human being for freedom. The rights of human beings are naturally adopted. They are naturally adopted. Right to property. Voltaire adopted right to property. Right to property. And freedom of freedom of phrase is a highly required. So they same thing. He told there must not be equality between man and man. Again, he advocated no equality must be there between man and man. That means he denied, Voltaire denied the equality of economical status between man and a man. So, these are the two philosophers, Jean-Jacques Rousseau and Voltaire. Let us start with Montesquieu. So, Montesquieu advocated the civil rights according to Montesquieu, rights are granted and protected by the court of law. So, Montesquieu advocated the civil rights and rights of a human being are not natural, but it is a civil, lawful rights, and rights are granted and protected by the court of law. So, these are the French philosophers' ideas of rights. in my first video, I had given some definitions of other political thinkers or other political philosophers, and today I had given these three. According to these particular ideas of rights of different political thinkers, we conclude the meaning of rights. We will see what are the meaning of right. First point, what we conclude about the meaning of rights. Point number one, so many, near about 8 or 8 to 10 definitions of political thinkers I have given. According to that famous definitions, advocation of the political thinkers, we conclude rights are the what? Rights start from this society. First point number one, the meaning of rights. First one, rights start from society. Without society, rights cannot exist. Rights and society and rights are correlated. So these are the correlated things, rights and society and different social conditions. Different social conditions of the society fulfill the aims and aspirations of individuals. Aims and aspirations are fulfilled by the different categories society is highly required for rights of a human being for its development. And we will see state has to, according to this, state has to protect the individual rights, state has to protect the individual rights and guided by welfare of society, guided by guides the guide the welfare of the society. So, meaning of rights. Rights starts from society. Society and rights are inseparable. Without society, rights cannot start, cannot exist. And different social conditions of society make the aspirations of human beings to fulfill. Next, state. Who will protect these rights? State has to protect these individual rights, guide the welfare of the society. So, we will point number 2. Rights are based on social welfare. Social welfare, but not narrow points of view of human being. So, rights are based on social welfare and but not the intentions, selfish intention, narrowism of individual himself or themselves. We will see. Point number 3. Rights, liberty, equality, and independence are complementary to each other and one another. So, the rights, citizen cannot have rights. Have rights without freedom, liberty, and equality. Independence or freedom, liberty, right and equality. These superficial 3 points are interrelated and complementary to each other and one another. And rights cannot be achieved without freedom, liberty and equality. So, we will see that means rights are required by us. Liberty, equality and independence are required by rights. Without them, rights are zero. So they are interdependent. The same time, they are complementary to each other and one another. So we will see next point of rights. What is the meaning of rights? Point number 4. That is, rights and duties are correlated. These are based on give and take process. That means rights and duties are correlated. It is taken as give and take. If individuals want rights, they have to perform some duties. Within one hand, individuals take the rights from the society and the state, guaranteed by the laws, protected by the laws. This same time, the citizens have to perform their duties to the society for their welfare and to the state for the well-being of state and the protection of the state. The same thing is happened when individuals taking the rights, they have to perform their duties. That is why it is taken as give and take procedure. So, next point. Rights must not absolute. Rights must not absolute. Means there are certain limitations. There are certain limitations made by the made by state. We cannot say rights are very profound by manner, absolute by manner. It is limitations are given by the state, government and the law. We will see it is protected. The rights are protected. In this state, up to rights are based on welfare of so rights must not be absolute. Whatever individual wants, that will be fulfilled. That does not mean. Rights are given to the individuals or citizens of that state to fulfill the needs, desires of them in some extent manner. Some within that extent manner, one limitation is there. So that limitation is given by state. Up to which time the social welfare is there within the rights. Individuals enjoy the rights. Individual enjoys the right. Individuals enjoy the rights. Up to the rights are based on social and human welfare. So, next point is right to change. Our sixth point is point number 6, rights to change. So, rights are changed. So, the desires, aims, aspirations, and objectives of individual are based on social, economical, political, and cultural which are which are changed from time to time from past to present and present to future. So, yes, aspirations and objectives of a human beings are based on the social conditions as social, political, economical and cultural conditions of a society which are fluctuated, which are transferred, which are changed from time to time. In past, what were there? It may not be in present. If the conditions of social, political, economical and cultural conditions as in present may not be in future. According to that, rights are changed from time to time. So, point number 7, state protects the rights of individuals by the court of law. So, if state guarantees the human beings or individuals or people or citizens the rights within the jurisdictions of law, so state has the responsibility to protect the rights of human beings within the society and within the state by the help of a court of law or judiciary. So, my dear students, within these 7 points, we came to know what are the meanings of the individual rights within a state or within the society. We will classify the rights. Classification of rights. These classification of rights are specially 3 by number. There are 3 types of rights. First is natural right. Second is moral rights. third is legal right. These legal rights are divided into two parts. One is civil rights, second is political rights. So, my dear students, we came to know the meaning of the rights. Next, how many types of rights? The classification of rights we will come to know. The classification of rights are specially in three categories or three types of rights. One is natural rights. First is the natural rights. Second is moral rights. Third is the legal rights. These legal rights is divided into two parts. First legal right is civil rights, and the second legal rights are first legal rights are civil rights, and the second one political rights. So, my dear students, today we came to know French philosophers' ideologies about the rights and the meaning of rights, and just I have touched the classification of rights. In my next videos, we will explain briefly about this classification of rights. So, my dear students, be punctual. You will see, notice, observe, and then subscribe and give your comments on my videos.